Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and we are pleased to be joined by Myatt Snider, who made a big announcement today about his 2022 plans. He'll be going to Jordan Anderson Racing in the 31 next season. Tax Slayer will be on the car as well. How's it going, Myatt? Are you finally excited to have this out there?
Yeah, it's been kind of building up in anticipation the last couple of weeks, just because we kind of knew we had everything marked down and it was ready to go. So I was ready to announce it. But yeah, no, it's great. Honestly, I feel like it's a fantastic opportunity for myself, Jordan, all of our partners collectively. Tax Slayer, Bomberito Automotive Group. It's gonna be a great opportunity for us to build something really, really special. So I like Jordan's vision for the future, and I like what we have the chance to build together. And so, yeah, I feel like this is probably one of my best opportunities I've ever had.
So, how did this get put together?
Well, we were kind of trying to find, um, we were trying to find a place that we could go next year. And I wanted a place that we wanted a place where we could kind of grow with, with our partners, Tax Slayer, Louisiana Hot Sauce, Superior Essex, all those people who have kind of supported me throughout all the years. Um, as well as, a team that had a chance to, as well as a team that we had a chance to have a home at. So I feel like that was really kind of everything. All of those principles were embodied at Jordan's team. So he's had a lot of success, starting the Xfinity stuff this year. Obviously Daytona qualifying got rained out, so he had to wait all the way until COTA to race. So I think he missed out on 10 races in general. So that's a lot, obviously. But since then, they've had a lot of success. They've had a lot of speed in places that they've gone to. And I feel like there's really a lot of chance for improvement there. And I feel like that's, kind of been my strong suit, is finding ways to improve, improve race cars. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of the best shot. Jordan's hungry to run well. I'm hungry to run well. And together, I feel like we can do some really good things in 2022.
Yeah, I mean, it's, a lot. I think a lot of people are surprised because, Jordan was always, running the car and all that stuff. And when you first talked to Jordan about this, what was he like? I bet he was excited about all this.
He was actually, yeah. So we kind of met for coffee one morning to kind of talk about, what the vision was and what we wanted to do and what he wanted to do, and it really kind of lined up really well. So yeah, I think he was excited. And I think at one point he realized, seeing other guys run the car and seeing how well they were able to run in it. I think Tyler at one point was running like second place at COTA. And it's run really well at a lot of these racetracks. So it's been good for him to see, that performance pushed out of the vehicle. And, I think he was talking to me. He said he thinks too much about, like, oh man, what's this going to do? What's that going to do during the race? And so I think, it's kind of a better overall package for everybody to have, for us to kind of build together with me as the driver and him as the team owner. So I feel like, yeah, it's a really good opportunity for us going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I know that how do you think this season is going for you this year so far in Xfinity?
I think it's had its ups and downs for sure. The win at Homestead was obviously really good. That got us in the playoffs pretty early. There's definitely points we could have improved on throughout the rest of the year, but it's kind of hard to explain everything that goes on behind the scenes. So I think personally that I've added a lot to my notebook of racing from this year, and that's given me a lot of the tools that I feel like I'll need to go and really get the most out of the 31 next year. So that's, I think, the biggest thing for me is that I've kind of learned, okay, maybe these are some mistakes that I would have made before, and as long as you're improving, I feel like that's the goal for me. And so I feel like we can have really good performance next year too.
Yeah. Okay. So last race of the season at Phoenix to close out your season and your tenure with RCR before you head over to there. But technically, it's still RCR affiliated. So, but overall, obviously, you want to end on a good note, as everybody does at the end of the season. But overall, what do you think about heading into Phoenix this week?
It's been kind of an up and down racetrack for me. It's kind of been feast or famine, really. It's kind of been a little bit odd for me to figure out, but I've steadily progressed forward in my time there. So I kind of went from running, top 12, my first race there with RCR, to kind of running around 10th place, and then anywhere from 6th to 8th place in my last race. So or my last race there in the spring. So I feel like if we can match that and kind of make our performance a little more consistent throughout the whole race, I feel like that'll be kind of a win for us. So so yeah, it's just about kind of increasing that consistency, being up front more, kind of really figuring this place out. So it's a difficult place for sure, but it's a fun racetrack.
Yeah, for sure. Um, and then secondly, knowing that now you know what your plans are, what are you particularly going to be doing this off season to really kind of any plans for the off season of what you're going to do?
Yeah, it's kind of cleaning up my house and taking care of a bunch of things that I haven't really had time to during the season. Hopefully, finishing up my private pilot's license. Just kind of checking a bunch of goals off the list. So yeah, I'll be staying busy for sure this off season.
Of course, it's always an adventure over there at your place. Of course, you and Ryan Vargas are always the interesting. Of course, it's well known that you guys are roommates. What's that like to have a competitor as one of your roommates? So that's always an interesting combination for sure.
Oh yeah, we threaten to wreck each other every week and all that stuff. So and it's just like, all right, don't pay up on rent. I'm not going to help you out if I see you at the racetrack. So all that fun joking stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. Ryan leans on me a bunch for advice, and he's also very good with the business stuff. So so yeah, it's interesting to have both of our perspectives under the same roof.
And make sure he doesn't come home with pineapples on pizza. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, that's an abhorrent sin.
All right. Myatt Snider, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on your announcement today. Of course, he's going to go with Jordan Anderson Racing next year in 2022 in the Xfinity Series. And good luck this weekend at Phoenix to close out your season with RCR.
Thanks for having me, Casey.